Now for the top story tonight, another view with this. Joining us from Chicago, Esther Cepeda, columnist for the Sun-Times. Okay, the race card here. I didn't play the real Spitzer, he flat out accused Dobbs of being a racist, and others have as well. Now, what do you think? What do you think about that?
Well, I don't know. He's got a lot of people upset at him, and he says things that, for instance, when this whole he went on about how dirty and disease-ridden Mexican immigrants are, but when the TB guy went around the country to Greece, he was a white guy, and he didn't come out and talk about that. So,
all right, now you can criticize
like
the man. I think you can criticize anybody, Lou Dobbs, Tom Tancredo, anyone on the issues. All right? But if you start to call them racist, and they tried that nonsense with me about 3 or 4 weeks ago, then you're into a war you're not going to win. Nobody reads anybody's heart and mind. No newspaper columnist, no television analyst. And I really am offended by that, because I think most Americans, all they want is an orderly process. And they're not anti-immigration or anti-Hispanic for asking for that, are they?
No, I don't think they are at all, and I think you're right. We should take the race right out of it, because the tons of the illegal immigrants that are here aren't even from Mexico. I mean, they're from all over the place. So really, race shouldn't have anything to do with it.
Because I had this person from the Denver Post call me a racist because I used the term illegal alien. I had a columnist from the Dallas Morning News call me a racist because I want a barrier at the border, because that's the only way to stop the illegal drug trafficking that's coming across here. Not so much the human trafficking. I think you can do that by the Border Patrol. But I'm tired of it, and I'm not going to stand for it anymore. Now, your view of illegal immigration is what? Do you want the border fence? What do you want to see happen?
Well, I don't know that the border fence is going to help. I think, they say you build a 10-foot fence, you get an 11-foot ladder. But I'm more of thinking about, if we could seal the border, if we could stop this problem, fine. But in the meanwhile, we need to figure out what to do with all the people that are already here.
All right, but if you secure the border, you got a better chance at doing that if you stop the chaos.
And we absolutely should.
Right, and then I agree.
We absolutely should.
We have to figure out what to do with the people here. And I don't think mass deportation is ever going to happen, and I don't think it's the right thing to do either, because the U.S. government is complicit in making the situation as bad as it is. Now, what about the driver's licenses? You've got 7 states. Now, Spitzer got slapped down by the people in New York in a hard way. You've got 7 other states that basically give illegal aliens the privilege to drive, and it is a privilege. It's not a right. And what do you think about that?
Well, here in Illinois, there's a strong contingent trying to pass that as well. They want to have driver certificates for illegal aliens. And that kind of thing is, I don't agree with it, because a lot of people feel that that gives the appearance of legality. Let's face it, the people that are going to crash into you and run off without giving you their insurance information probably aren't going to go out and get a license and do that anyway. There's got to be a better way, and I just don't think that giving these driver certificates is a good idea. It does give the appearance of legality. It does give a right to people who, we may not necessarily know, where they're coming from. I don't like Governor Spitzer's plan either, and I think a lot of people bristled about the way he made it happen.
Well, it was an executive order play, but he's not going to do it now. All right, Mr. Cepeda, you sound like a very fair-minded person, and I'm glad we put you on. You're the first time you've appeared on The Factor, and we need reasonable voices in this debate. We got to stop the racist nonsense and the pro-immigration, Look, most Americans are fair people. All they want...
I think so.
Yeah, all they want is the rule of law. That's what they want, and that's what we have to have in a nation of 300 million people, plus 20 million illegal aliens. Mr. Cepeda, thanks very much.